Dark. Is it dark? Hey Google, turn the lights up to 100%. Little better, little better. Yeah. What's up, Malik? Andrew Lopez. Is this backwards? I didn't plan for that. That's all right. What's up, Nathan? How we doing? How the fuck are we? I appreciate you guys with the pre-save. Let me turn this down a little bit. Appreciate you guys pre-saving the album. Like it says in the description, or if you can read this backwards, the iTunes pre-order is a big deal. It helps us top the iTunes charts, which is like super cool, but they make it very fucking difficult to do so. So go to the iTunes Store app on your iPhone. Most people don't even know it exists, but it looks like this. Little pinkish, purplish app. Go search Casino, find it, save it, show us your tip. I mean, I'll show you plenty in the videos, guys. I'll show you plenty. I started a Q&A. Let's see. Yeah, you guys can ask questions, I guess. Cool. Yeah, I'm kind of new to the live stream deal. We got 53 people in here, which means 68 people in here, which means a bunch of people are saving that. So appreciate that. Let me just say, let me be redundant here and let you guys know how much I appreciate the support, man. Like I've told you before, we do everything completely independent. The whole album is written, recorded, mixed by me, produced by Steez of 808 Mafia. So doing everything ourselves, in-house is like not easy. It's definitely stressful. It definitely takes a lot of time and energy, but it's completely worth it to keep the artistic integrity and do what the fuck we want. You guys obviously make that possible. So, I mean, all the support, especially over the last couple of years to help us grow and get to this point where we have the financial independence and the freedom to keep doing whatever the fuck we want. I mean, it means everything to me. So I want you guys to know, I want to reiterate that none of this is really possible without you. I don't have label resources. I don't have playlisting. I don't have marketing. I don't have features. I don't have any of that access. So to have you guys, like you guys are my label. You're the only thing I got that the label doesn't have. And frankly, that's all we need. So appreciate you guys for all the support. Buying merch, buying tickets, buying albums, streaming the album, sharing the album, going hard, commenting, liking, all that shit makes a fucking massive difference. So it's everything. Ronald asks how many songs are on the album. There's 11. Originally, there were quite a bit more, but we wanted to condense the album into like 11 absolute fucking slappers. So that was the decision behind shortening the album. We noticed like some of the songs on the last album didn't get shine towards the end of the album. And I worked so hard on every song that frankly, I really wanted to give every song like its own shine, like its own chance to really be heard. So we broke up the album a little bit and got some stuff to follow up. B Holcomb asks, "What's your favorite song on the album?" I'm gonna be honest. If you go on iTunes right now, like on the iTunes Store app and pre-order, that'd be a big help. If you can read that backwards, I'll give you a sticker pack. But yeah, my favorite song on the album is the 5th track. I think at this point right now, I love the first track, the intro track. I love the second track. I love the third track. I mean, I love the whole album. But I think my favorite is the 5th song. It's called "Looking Like Jesus." But I mean, this song or this album has been in the making for like over a year. Um, as of late, I've really cracked down on it and really got a lot of shit done. So uh, usually, like the songs that I get done later are my favorite. Like every next song I do is my favorite. So, but there's something for everybody on it. Like I said, they're all absolute bangers. We got the merch out on the site. If you get the deluxe pack, we got the little custom USB, little dice USB. So shout out to Grizzly designing that shit. It's cold. Uh, Nick Gotti said, "What type of vibes are we getting from this album? What's the story?" So good question. By the way, I only have like 10, 15 minutes. I have a meeting here in a minute, but just wanted to tap in and let you guys know I appreciate the support. Um, but the vibe for this album really, I didn't plan any like what to say in this situation. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just do what I do every time and just wing it. But the album is kind of about taking like the voluntary risk. I remember going to Vegas when it was probably like 6, 7 years ago when I didn't have any money. You know, I had like $60 to spend. And I remember how excited I was to put that $60 down and try to turn it into like 200 bucks and try to beat Vegas, try to like basically pay for the hotel room, pay for your food or whatever, and get out of Vegas like costing nothing. I also realized that like when I go to Vegas nowadays, it's less fun to gamble because you know when you have a little bit more money and that money that you're gambling isn't that significant, it's not that fun. Um, and I felt like I was at that place in my career where you know I wasn't really like I was kind of being a pussy. I was kind of being soft and using perfectionism as like an excuse to not like put another album out. I was just like, nah, it needs to be perfect. It's not there yet. It's not the right time. So really, this is just me. Like, I mean, the metaphor is there, like betting on myself and saying, fuck it. Like, we're going all in and not being afraid to like lose, a perfect record, if you will. I feel like we've been a relative success independently, kind of like two for two on albums. And to walk away from that, I think it's just soft. So we're not doing that. Jay asked if Corbett is on any of the production, not on this one. Corbett will be doing Unsigned too. So hope you guys look forward to that. That's obviously highly anticipated. But Corbett didn't do any of this. This is all Steve's field of 808 Mafia. So, um, a lot of people say, not a lot of people, but like when I see negative comments, people are like, "Oh, his music, a lot of his music sounds the same." Yeah, because I'm one person. I write everything, I record everything, I mix everything. I do most of my projects with one producer. Like Steve's the only producer on this. Corbett produced 16 of 17 on the last album. So, you know, there are limitations, of course, because it's just me. There's not 100 people writing on this album. Go look at your other favorite artists. Go look at the credits on their album. They got 100. Kate asked, "Do I got the auto tune yet?" Nah. Wait, maybe one little vocal on there, but I don't mind. I dabble. I like I like auto tune. Jay said, "How excited or antsy are you for the rollout?" You have no idea. I can't sleep. I haven't eaten much. I've lost like 8 pounds in the last couple months. I'm nervous right now. I'm nervous at this very moment. I'm excited. I try to remind myself that like the success is the completion of the project. Of course, I hope everybody likes it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it blows up. I hope it takes me to new heights. But like really, in reality, I can't control any of that, and I'm aware. That's also why it's so important, when you guys like do things to share the album and support in whatever capacity you can. That's why it makes such a big difference. Is because I have no control. I don't have any of the cheat codes to like really get it out there. So Of course, I'm nervous. Just a mixed bag of emotions. I've like listened to the album and cried multiple times, like just because I know how much it took for me to really put into it. Excuse me. And I know at the end of the day that when I look myself in the mirror when I go to bed, I'm like, that's everything. That's everything I could have done. So there's really nothing else for me to worry about. But the anticipation is super fucking high. Um, would you say the overall tone, this is Skylar Smith, would you say the overall tone of the record is high or low? I would say it's high energy for sure. There's a couple, I try to like make it a dynamic record. You know, there's some bright records and some darker records. The first few are super high energy. I'd say everything bangs. Some of them are fun and funny. Some of them are kind of dark. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I actually think the singles are pretty strong. Captain America, My Phone Died, Ghost are all pretty strong records. Wish List is a deep cut to end the record. Looking Like Jesus, like I said, that's my early favorite. At number five, the intro is just that probably the highest energy song I've ever made. Um, two, the second song, the hook on it is some of the best like simple writing I've ever done. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I'd say it's pretty high energy though. I'd say it's all slappers. Andrew said, "Is there going to be a mini doc series with the album?" Yeah, we have actually a full doc, like a 15-minute doc that my friend Joey shot. So you guys that like either tomorrow or Thursday. I'll send you like a link or post a link if you want to watch a little part of that. Um, but yeah, we got a little behind the scenes and shit for sure. I don't think we're doing tank tops though because I can't wear a tank top with these little scrawny ass arms. You know what I mean? Yeah, Brett. Yeah, yeah. If you can read it, that's how I can send you a sticker pack for sure. I'm gonna do a giveaway too in the next like 2 days on my main YouTube. Like I'm gonna do a public live stream, give away some merch. Um, but yeah, if you can pre-order, send that confirmation and your shipping address to the email, and I'll send you a sticker pack for sure. So I appreciate that support. I want to go number one on iTunes. Metro Boomin is dropping same day. Would love to beat Metro Boomin. That'd be a good look for an independent artist. Um, so yeah, but regardless, like whatever your capacity is to support, if it's to listen, if it's to retweet, if it's to just be in this chat, you know, just to pre-save whatever, like I just appreciate all that. So Jay said, who came up with the Dice USB for the deluxe set? I did because I found this company that makes custom USB drives. So that's something I'm probably gonna do for every deluxe set. Just make like a specific silicone USB um, for everything. So I'm looking forward to you guys hearing those unreleased records too. Brianna said, "Will you be performing anywhere close to North Carolina?" Yeah, I haven't performed in North Carolina. So in the spring or early summer, I'm trying to wrap. I mean, we wanted to do a tour this fall, but I didn't get this project out in time. It's been a long time coming, so um, trying to trying to make that work as soon as possible. Colin said, "Which track was the hardest to write?" Um, man, the first two. To be honest, were like kind of difficult for me to write because my expectations of those two songs were so high, and I had literally like so many fucking good bars, and I'm like, how do I keep it concise and like really have hard hitting bars that also like have the theme of the album or the theme of the song in it. I'm incredibly satisfied, especially with the first song and the verse on the first song, because it really does like encompass the whole album and the risk that we take um, as independent artists in the industry to like really put ourselves out there again and again and really go for it. So, um, but yeah, I mean, sometimes it's a struggle. Sometimes it's a struggle to write, you know, as much as I enjoy writing. Sometimes it's not easy. Um, I'd say every song had a couple parts that were a little difficult to finish. Yeah, there's Jay. There's you'll hear some stories, some Vegas stories on the project for sure. Um, some fun ones too. Yeah. Was there any one song that you specifically struggled with from Brent? Um, you know, the songs that I feel like are gonna be easy for me in the mix, like they're straightforward rapping songs and shit, like No More Freestyle or the intro, the second song, like stuff that doesn't seem like it's gonna have an intricate mix, always ends up being the most difficult for me because I still want to make the mix dynamic. And to me, like if you listen to headphones, uh, it's a lot of stuff that you'll feel but won't necessarily hear. Like there's a lot of background vocal and stuff that makes things feel bigger. There's a lot of subtle changes and panning and small effects that like really add to the environment. I'd say that that's like the most challenging part um, of making some of those records. I don't do much singing or anything, so that's not really the struggle. The focus for me is always going to be rapping because that's what I care about. That's what I'm good at. That's what I enjoy doing. Um, Malik said, speaking of supporting you, what's the biggest difference I can help make at the individual level? Uh, Appreciate that question. Dylan Hanna from Ohio set a great example of this and like honestly changed the way I look at things completely. He tweeted Cole Bennett 500 days in a row, and Cole Bennett followed me. Hasn't come to fruition. Hasn't like created a video or whatever, but the persistence and the consistency of support um, eventually does make such a big difference. And it's kind of like voting, in a democratic system where you by yourself, your one vote is seemingly meaningless. But if a bunch of people like you have the same idea, then that's when you can like actually get something accomplished. Um, it's actually less fucked up than our democratic system, though. So, so I'd say that anything that you can do, anything in your capacity, really helps. But sharing, retweeting, commenting, like trying to break through the algorithm, uh, is a big way to help that doesn't cost any money. So, let's see. Jay, you're asking really good questions, but I'm gonna live stream tomorrow for the Patreon group, so I'm gonna answer like a bunch of your questions on the live stream. Uh, Monster Fame said, "Any more Luka Doncic bars?" Oh, you'll be really happy with the fourth song, All White Foreign. So the hook, I actually thought about calling the song Luka Doncic because I think any non-basketball fans probably won't understand the Doncic bar. But yeah, so look forward to number 4 then. Um, Jay, favorite casino merch items. We actually have a second rollout of casino merch that we're probably gonna drop. I think probably after Christmas. But I love the sportsbook merch because it has puff print with these new hoodies that we got, these new blanks. So they're really high quality and got a nice little texture to them. I'm a texture person. I'll sit there and not realize that I'm touching it for a while. Colin said, "Why don't you have any features?" Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I'm not a very social person. I'm just not. I kind of keep to myself, and I make music just in the privacy of my own home. Like it's just me in here doing this. So I just I stick to what I know. Like I'm very particular about the music I like and the music I listen to. Those artists would be hard to get and hard to clear. So I think we just keep doing what we're doing. Of course, I'd like for people to reach out at some point, or for me to reach out to some people at the appropriate time. But it has to be a mutually beneficial thing. And I know I'm not gonna go out on a limb and ask people if I know I can't contribute as much as like it would make sense for them. Appreciate you, Jay. Appreciate you, Fame. I feel the same way, man. Honestly, like having this kind of support, having 200 people in here right now that went and saved the project. That kind of shit means a lot, a lot, and like uh, to have messages that I can kind of fall back on when I'm not feeling great. A lot of times people think I don't even see a message or a comment or something. Really, sometimes it's that I don't have much of the energy to answer everybody. But all the positivity is very much appreciated, and I do believe that people who show love deserve love in return. So I do try to reciprocate whenever I can. Chaz, there's 11 records on the album. 3 of them are out, so that's 8 new ones. The first 5 are brand new. Then Captain America, 2 more new ones. Then My Phone Died and Ghost, and then Wishlist to top it off. Of course, with a hint for the next album at the end. Um, let's see. I'm trying to scroll up and see some of these. New tour, trying to do that soon. What inspired me to make this album? I don't know. Fun Seeker. I don't know if you're still in here. And I kind of touched on it earlier, but it's really about like voluntarily um, putting ourselves back in the game. It's just not fun to sit there and watch. And as much as like you can sit there and count your money at a casino. It's like, well, either leave the casino or keep playing. Yeah, that's how it is for me. It's like, am I really doing this? If I'm only putting out 5, 6, 7 songs a year, am I really like committing to it and taking chances like I'm supposed to at this, given this opportunity? So that was the premise for the album, and that's essentially what inspired the theme. First music video was Ghost. Second music video was Captain America. Third music video was My Phone Died. Fourth music video is going to be Let It Ride, the intro, uh, which will lead into the fifth music video. It's a continuation, Sucks to Be You, which will lead into the last song on the album, Wish List. We're going to shoot a video for almost every song on the album. Maybe not the third song, which might be the biggest slapper on the album. We'll see how it goes. Man, that's a good question, Sky. He said he or she. Sorry, I don't know. Skylar said, it could be either or. So, do you enjoy writing very technically, or is it more a chore? It can be a chore for sure, because I like artists who don't rhyme so much. I like artists who will say whatever the fuck they want, and it doesn't even have to rhyme. It doesn't matter. So it's hard for me to shake like my rappy rap ways when it's like 5, 6, 7 syllable rhyme schemes for like 8 bars. Because sometimes I'll just be snapping, and as much as I enjoy that, and I feel like that's my forte, I also like for shit to be effortless, and sometimes it's just not effortless. So it does become a chore, especially me as an overthinker. So sometimes, I mean, I'll be honest, I spent like 8 hours on 2 bars for this project, but I ended up getting exactly what I wanted. So hope you guys enjoy. Jay asked, how was it filming? Well, Am asked, how was it filming the trailer in the desert? Any video plans for Vegas? Yes. Um, but yeah, that was a whole day shoot. That's how we got the track list too, which I'll post tomorrow. Um, got a whole bunch of content out there. Clay killed that. Joey killed that on the drone. Uh, Obviously mimics the Casino album or the Casino movie. If you guys haven't seen the movie from the '90s, that De Niro and Joe Pesci movie Casino, check it out. I think it's on Hulu right now. But that's like obviously the inspiration for the aesthetic for the theme. So a lot of Vegas and Casino reference. Fame said any bar heavy songs, every song. Some of them slower paced than others. Some of them double time, fast rap shit. Um, Everything slaps, man. Every beat goes crazy. Steve's just absolutely snapped on it. So I guess I would say uh, understand that these are all high energy bangers. Like there's no ballads in here. There's no real like love song type shit. Um, it's just big, high energy, braggadocious. It's really like a victory album for me because it's like a lot of overcoming fears and doubts. I mean, I feel like every time I make an album, I have to relearn the lessons that it takes to like put out a body of work and to finish a body of work. It's just one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. Best foot forward. My first mixtape. There's the reason for it. And I feel like I have to learn that, relearn that every fucking time because it's just not easy. Self doubt creeps in. You go through the curve as an artist where you're like, this is, you've probably seen the meme. This is fucking great. This is okay. This sucks. I suck. This is okay. This is pretty good. I'm the fucking best. Like the curve is insane, and like no matter how long you do this, as long as you're not a complete egomaniac, like you always return to this give and take. Um, and honestly, it's brutal. It's brutal on the ego. It's brutal on your appetite, your night's sleep. It's not always fun, but if you could see the dances I was doing at like 6 in the morning, finishing some of these mixes, just like absolutely obsessed with what I was doing, then you would probably tell by those goofy ass dances that like it means everything to me. And I've been missing that during this burnout since the last album. I've been missing that kind of like purpose and fulfillment. So to have that back just reinforced the idea that I need to keep risking it, keep putting myself out there. My phone dot video reception has been great, and it's important to me because that was one of the first, like the last three music videos we put like some good money into, and so to have them perform well, especially Captain America and my phone dot, it just reinforces the idea that like I can keep investing more in my craft in order to make like better shit and make it closer and bigger to like however we want to make it instead of just having to go no budget. So shout out to the Patreon group too because they're a big help with that. Consistent financial support that helps us do things like that. Um, but yeah, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to know that like it was essentially worth the financial investment and to have it be received and enjoyed by people too. Um, America, America Freak, uh, said, "What is this rank among your other projects for you personally?" Everything I make, like that's new for me, is always like better for me because I think like as an artist, you're just always chasing your taste in music. Like um, you're always trying to satisfy your taste, and like your taste is constantly evolving. And then the more you work and the better you get at making your music, the closer essentially you get. But like I said, you listen to shit, your taste changes. So you're never gonna get there. You're never going to like reach your ultimate taste. You just get as close as you can and stay as close as you can. So for me, it's like where I'm at in my life. I'm more proud of this project than anything. Uh, these albums, the obsession was easier because I was so like broke and down bad that like I had to do it. The fact that this was a voluntary project, um, in a way, because like I can pay my bills, I'm I'm safe in a way. So this was a voluntary project, and finding the motivation and determination to overcome that perfectionism and overcome the excuses that come with the safety, with the comfortability. That's what makes me so proud of this project is that I was able to become obsessed with it because I loved it. and not because I had to be obsessed with it. Not because I was broke or because I was hurt or whatever. This was obsession because I love making music. And to be honest, that's like the first time that I've been able to say that I really loved making music rather than just love the writing aspect or whatever. So yeah, it was a more fulfilling, more purposeful experience for me. So it's hard not to rank this the top. I also understand that I should make this clear, especially to you guys, because you guys are pre-saving and in here viewing doing the most. And I appreciate you guys, and I feel like I can be the most vulnerable with you. I should let you guys know that like if you don't like it, that's completely cool too. Um, like especially I understand that as we grow, this is gonna be a corny metaphor, but as we grow, like it's like if we're growing in the same direction and you continue to enjoy that, then that's great. If you start to go this way and I keep going this way and we don't connect, that's fine. Maybe someday you'll go back into it if that makes any sense at all. Um, but yeah, it's just about where I'm at in my life. So if it connects with you, that's great. If not, that's cool too. But I think it absolutely slaps. So as long as you know what you're getting into, as long as you listen to it in the right space for whatever reason, I mean, I think it's hard not to enjoy. Yeah, Andrew, don't worry. I think we have a decent amount. They might be out by Christmas, but if they are, I'll probably try to re up a little bit. Yeah, Chase fucking snapped on this art and obsessed over it, much in the same way that I did uh, with my shit. Um, what do I think I improved the most? That's a great question too. This guy's asking a great question. Um, just focus, and intention. Like that's kind of a vague answer, but like I said, the perfectionism that creeps in when you feel like you have less to prove in a way. Like I appreciate my fan base, and frankly, like you guys are the ones that I want to enjoy this the most. Some fucking guy who watches No Jumper and like listens to like whatever the new hot artist is every year and thinks that that's cool. Like I don't really give a fuck if they like it or not. Like I want the people who like spend money and invest in this. I want them to be the most satisfied because like you've really put yourself out there. You really invested in me and my shit, and I hope you get out of it what I get from your support. Um, so I hope it's a mutually beneficial. What's the word? Symbiotic relationship. I think that's the word. Uh, any artist you would want to work with someday? I mean, a lot. Keem, who is Guap Dad. I have a song that Guap would be perfect on. T Pain. There's actually like a lot of artists I think I'd enjoy working with. So I don't know. Maybe someday they'll catch wind. We'll have enough in the numbers category for people to really give a shit. But we're getting there. Kenneth, good question. Any way to pre-order if you don't have iPhone or iTunes? I think you can pre-order on like Amazon Music. Um, that's also a big help. Um, and if you do that, then definitely send me the confirmation. I'll definitely send you a sticker pack in the mail too. So I appreciate that. Appreciate if I would name my new puppy I got today. She's a German Shepherd. I think Dragon is a good dog name. Uh, I have a list of dog names, but it's like having a baby. You can't really give away the names because then other people are gonna take all the names. Dragon's a tight dog name. Um, Tasmanian Devil said, "What has music morally changed about you as a person in general?" I think maybe the biggest thing for me is uh, I've become such a control freak because I write everything, because I mix everything, because I like record everything, mix everything, shoot videos. Oftentimes, I'm coming up with like a bunch of detailed video ideas and shit. I was shipping my own merch for years. Like, there's a lot of shit that I became like a lot of ways that we became successful, and so I felt like we had to keep doing them that way. But that was literally killing me. The amount of like energy I had to expend in order to control every aspect of the business um, was really killing me and burned me out super fucking hard. So the fact that I've been able to let a few things go and understand that, come on, bro, we're not playing that shit. Playing my shit. Um, the fact that I had to let go of some of that shit and really just do my thing and hope that people enjoy it. And if not, that's cool too. You know, put the merch out. If we happen to not have the shorts up, then there's no reason for me to freak out. We just solve that problem and move on. So I think music has helped me like taking shot after shot, dropping song after song, project after project, video after video. It just really like let me understand that I don't have control over the outcome of these things once I put it out. So I do everything I can to make it the best product I can. And then when I put it out, there's nothing I can do about it. And that's up to everybody else to listen, enjoy, watch, share, whatever. So I hope you guys understand that, you know, your what you feel like might be a small contribution, if it's like a purchase, a ticket purchase, a shirt, hoodie, album, a pre-save, a retweet, a comment, whatever. It all makes like a huge difference because everything is like, you know, causing ripples. And eventually you'll reach somebody else who will reach somebody else. And that word of mouth is really how we get that shit out there. All right, last question here. Oh, that's it. Well, that's a good question. Is it a hot dog or sandwich? To me, it depends if the bun splits into two pieces. If it splits into two pieces, it's a sandwich. It's a great question, though. B Soul said, "Have you ever heard one of your verses from that notebook you had?" No, no, have not, have not. I'm pretty sure it's in the dump somewhere, but it shouldn't be. Uh, let's see. Okay, last question, Skylar. Again, thank you guys. Thank you, Jay, also for asking good questions. America, Fame. Um, yeah, pre-save on multiple platforms. That helps. Everything helps bust that algorithm. So, um, what are my goals with the album? Everybody likes to ask what my goals are. Um, what my goals are with music in general. And to be honest, I don't really have, which is a weird thing to say because then you it feels kind of aimless. Feels like I'm going somewhere with no direction. Um, but that's not the case. You know, I feel like we're. I feel like my goal is to make everything how I want it to be. Do it to the best of my ability. Um, create and release music in a pocket where sure, it might be better if I spent 6 more months on it, but then it won't be relevant to me. Then it won't be true to me anymore. And so my goal is to like be bold and be bold more than be perfect. Like really just put myself out there and drop shit. Um, show love to the people that show love to me, and honestly inspire other artists to understand that the label model is archaic and you can do this shit yourself. You just have to keep doing it. I think that's about it, man. I got this meeting here in a minute. Um, I appreciate everybody tuning in. This was actually a crazy turnout. We still got 135 people in here. For a long time, it was over 200. So thank you guys for pre-saving the project. Go check the pre-order out on iTunes because topping the iTunes chart is a great look for us. Um, gives us a lot of leverage, gives us sponsorships, all these different possibilities. So I'll do a live stream again tomorrow. I'll probably go live on different platforms. I'll probably go live on my main YouTube. I'll probably go live on TikTok, maybe Instagram Live. So yeah, stay tuned in. I'll try to let you guys know on the text group uh, if if I'm going live on any particular platform. But thank you guys for being a part of this. Man, it means the most. Thank you for investing in me. I hope I make you proud. I hope you understand that whenever we win, that's a win for all of us. Because I truly couldn't do this shit without you guys. So yeah, I hope to see you guys. You know, later tomorrow, next day, whatever. But there'll definitely be opportunities between now and the drop of the album. So stay tuned. Hope you guys are hyped. Go check shit out. Go run up the old album, whatever you got to do. But yeah, thank you guys for being a part of it. We'll see you tomorrow.